If there's one party, there's one group that's really focusing on these numbers, it is people on the Dalal Street.
Absolutely.
And the markets respond very quickly to the way things are unfolding. Let's go straight to Sumit Chaturvedi.
Well, thanks, Palki. And here we see the barometer of the economy, Sensex, once again touching new highs, 39,600 and up by 550 points since the morning today. We are seeing a pattern where it has gained since morning. This is USD INR, but we are moving towards Sensex, which has gained more than 500 points this morning. It is touching new highs. Clearly, it is overawed, enthused by the prospects of NDA2 coming to power, and that's what is leading to this kind of bullishness in the markets. Remember, over the last 5 years, what we have seen, a number of reforms happening in banking sector, a number of reforms leading to growth in economy. India is the world's fastest growing major economy. It's the fifth largest growing economy. That's what is clearly boosting markets. That's going forward. More reforms will come. GST demonetization, yes, there were hiccups, but the whole point is that reform should continue. Banking sector, we saw major reforms happening. That's why banking stocks have been gaining from the last few days. Also going forward, rural areas and the stocks that are focused on rural areas will be in focus. And but we see a broad-based rally here. Results will be out in the next few hours, and then maybe rally will be higher. And we'll see Sensex maybe touching 40,000 mark today only, 39,600 mark. It's a new high for Sensex today. And we can see 40,000 mark also happening. There were some hiccups. The growth was jobless. There were problems initially, but overall markets, they think that the economy is in safe hands, and that's why this kind of mandate, if it comes, if the BJP-led NDA government comes back to power, definitely it's going to be good for business. Over the last few years, ease of business, doing business has improved. Investments have been a bit subtle, I would say, but going forward, there may be more investments. Major thing, India is providing a ray of hope at a time when one side, US, China are engulfed in a trade war. There are tensions in Iran and Gulf region. India, if stable government comes back to power, definitely good news for FIIs and domestic investors as well. A lot of money to be made today.
Right, Sumit, thanks very much. A lot of money to be made. More than 100 points up, that's how markets stand, and we'll see that picture changing. But you're talking about how the world views the way India is going under Narendra Modi. Yes, there have been some tough decisions, as he said, demonetization and GST. But how? What is the view from outside? Every time we look at a figure, we look at a projection from the IMF to the World Bank, they all say that India is the ray of hope, the silver lining.
Well, India's GDP growth rate is still at 6.6% and huge compared to that of the major Western democracies. Having said that, there's clearly an awareness that the GDP growth rate here is slipping. Industrial output is flat. Consumer demand for things like motor cars seems to be falling. So this incoming government has some huge challenges. And I think India still does not actually punch its full weight diplomatically. You might compare it to China in that regard. China punches very hard. India in the region, but much less so on a wider scale.